After hours of questioning, David finally breaks and admits to murdering Martha.
Gentlemen? You tell me. Like a body part, but we didn't want to dig it out anymore till you guys got here.
Inside the shallow fire pit, they find the remains of Martha.
They're saying they could see the knee and like an elbow poking out already.
In a fit of rage, he struck her in the head, strangled her, then carried her outside, burned the body, and buried her in the backyard.
Hello, YouTube. In today's video, we are back with Dr. Insanity here. The title of today's case is Daughter Finds Mother's Decapitated Body in Backyard. Let's take a second to actually like dissect that. That's gotta be some life-altering stuff. Like your mom dying is already life-altering. Just to walk in and see your mom's head disconnected. What? We haven't even started the video, but already I'm sending prayers to the daughter. That sounds absolutely not just traumatic, but horrifying. I would genuinely need years and years and years of therapy after that, and I would have nightmares forever. But yeah, anyway, let's just get right into it. Let me shut up.
Hacker, please, just come outside. How you doing? Is Martha here?
She's probably at her boyfriend's house.
30 days ago, 53-year-old David Callahan killed his girlfriend, Martha, and buried her body in his own backyard. David thinks he's gotten away with his horrific crime. Martha was mentally ill.
Okay, so straight off the bat, it's revealed it was that guy. Interesting, okay.
Few friends, and no one was supposed to come looking for her. Martha's daughter, Kim, was the only person concerned about her mother's whereabouts.
If I come up missing or dead, there's no accident. And he has told her before, I'm gonna get your ass and nobody's ever gonna find you.
What's your concern?
That he killed her.
Did you just hear what the officer said? Wait, what? She just described the entire story of how scary that man is and how he threatened the mom and threatened her.
I'm gonna get your ass and nobody's ever gonna find you.
What's your concern?
The cop. So what exactly are you worried about? Like what? Bro, what?
That he killed her.
Kim thinks David had something to do with her mother's disappearance, but with no proof of a crime, officers don't believe her.
Would you have been surprised at all if she's laying dead in there? No. Or shoved in a tunnel?
Nothing surprises.
Yeah, that's like a horror movie.
However, in the weeks that follow, Kim will do everything in her power to find Martha, force police to act, and lead them to one of the most gruesome discoveries of their lives.
Oh, is that the body? No.
Like a body part?
In the early hours of a Monday morning, police in Akron receive a call from a woman asking for a restraining order against her boyfriend. The caller is 53-year-old Martha Robin Freytag.
So that's the victim, yeah. So she was already asking for a restraining order from the murderer.
She's already known to officers for her history of schizophrenia and the frequent domestic disputes involving her boyfriend, David Callahan. Their relationship was unstable, constantly breaking up and getting back together, leaving officers unsure whether each new call was a real emergency or just another one of their fights. But this time would be different, because when officers arrive at the couple's house, they have no idea that a murder will take place just minutes from now, and this will be the last time Martha is ever seen alive.
They failed her, bro. And I really hope her having schizophrenia didn't contribute to people not taking her seriously.
No, I don't like that. I know, I really don't like it.
Hi.
Hi. What's going on?
Huh? Did you call us? Yes, I did. Okay.
What's going on?
I'm going to reinstate something I had 14 months ago. Statute of limitation, I think, asylum is 10 years, right?
So you want to restate something you already said,
Yes.
and they're already investigating it, and you're just telling us about it again, is that correct?
Well, I don't have to investigate her. All I know is I got a restraining order from them in the night. We were waiting for her to get some mental help. She's supposed to go down to first pass. First of all, it wasn't supposed to be disappointed at all.
As Martha speaks, her words are scattered, and she makes little sense to officers. Her behavior just seems erratic, like another episode of confusion or paranoia. But in reality, Martha is masking genuine fear that officers don't pick up on. Because what they don't know is that her boyfriend, David, is standing inside the house, waiting for...
That's terrifying. In this video where we see Martha right before she dies, you know, in a couple days after this, she's talking to police about her concerns about this guy, and he is right there staring at her, making sure she doesn't say shit. So maybe that's why she was actually kind of fumbling her words and scared to say the truth. Not even because of her schizophrenia and her mental problems. Like, she's just scared because, I mean, the man found out and he's there.
The moment officers drive off, so he can make sure this is the last time she ever calls them.
You come out because you guys got mad at me, right? I got a restraining order against him, and then I don't know. What are you doing over here?
I'm talking to you.
Hey, why are you over here like that?
Because I want to be.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to the guy downtown and talk to him.
Okay.
As strange as it looks, officers don't think much of the interaction. They walk away, dismissing Martha as unstable, unaware they've just left her alone with the very man who's about to kill her. In the hours after police left, David snapped. Inside, he was furious that Martha called the police on him again. He grabbed a wooden axe handle and struck her in a fit of rage. When she collapsed, he wrapped a rope around her neck and pulled until she stopped moving. Once Martha was dead, David sealed her body inside a plastic bag and waited for nightfall. Then, under the cover of darkness, he carried her outside, burned her body, and buried it in a shallow pit behind the house. To David, it was over. A woman with schizophrenia, few friends, and a history of false alarms. No one would ever come looking for her. What he completely overlooked is that Martha's daughter Kim will soon be onto him, slowly solving her own mother's brutal murder. Over the next few days, Martha stops responding to everyone, including her daughter, Kim. And after several days of silence and no sign of her mother, Kim contacts police, explaining that something bad may have happened to Martha. Officers arrange to meet her at the house later that day to check on her mother's welfare. But when Kim and her husband arrive to meet the officers, it quickly seems that their concerns won't be taken seriously at all.
Neither is a cousin of ours. She calls all the time.
So they're not gonna take the daughter seriously either, and she doesn't have a history of mental problems. So what the fuck? These police officers failed on multiple fronts. Yeah.
Brother that she calls all the time. Nobody's heard from her.
She lives here?
Yeah.
Have you been in?
No. I came earlier, knocked, and banged on the door, and she was having a lot of problems with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
At some point, there was some kind of protection order. I don't know. Against him. She's paranoid schizophrenic, so I went around to different hospitals. I went everywhere to see if she was like in a psychiatric unit.
Yeah.
I can't. Everybody says no, she's not here. But I know that there's been a lot going on between her and her boyfriend. And
Okay.
he has made death threats to her. So
That's okay.
he has made threats to her that he was going to make sure nobody ever found her.
Yeah.
According to Kim, Martha's boyfriend, David, was the most likely suspect in her disappearance. In addition to the death threats, police also knew David had a lengthy criminal history and outstanding warrants for drug abuse, theft, and trespassing, making him someone officers needed to question right away. But before the officers could get a full story from Kim, a sudden noise from inside the house put them instantly on high alert.
You don't have a key to her place? What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, earlier the air conditioner was on. Now it's not.
Who is it? Who's in that goddamn house? Come out.
Unbeknownst to the officer, the sound wasn't just his imagination. It was David, hiding in silence and waiting for the police to leave. But this is when the officers would make their first critical mistake. Despite the very real possibility that Martha was in active danger, they would give Kim the worst piece of advice.
And what happens with like a missing persons report or whatever?
But she is a grown woman. However, she has these, the paranoid schizophrenia issues. If for whatever reason she has gone into this state where she doesn't want anybody to contact her, even family, the hospital is legally not allowed to tell anybody anything, even her kin. I just don't think we're quite at the heightened alert level that we need to force entry or do anything like that yet.
Well, the way that she calls us constantly kind of gives me a...
No, but for real though, fuck these cops, for real. Like, you have these people calling here with a genuine concern and they're gonna write it off over some mental health bullshit. If it wasn't for the daughter here continuing to press them, no justice. The body's right here and the cops are trying to walk off. The cops are trying to go back to eating and fucking around on their lunch break.
Calls us constantly kind of gives me a sense of foul play.
She calls.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always every day
Doesn't
calls her
matter
brother.
yet. Always.
When did it stop?
Well, her brother said she stopped about a month ago. My cousin said 2 weeks, but I don't know. If
I'm
thinking about looking for everybody.
She still called my phone every day, leaving voicemails.
Yeah.
Well, the officer's explanation
Ooh, see, and like they're picking up on very valid patterns, or like actually a better way to put it is that they picked up on broken patterns. So the pattern of behavior before was that the mom would consistently try and communicate with people over phone calls, leaving voice messages very consistently, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just stops.
is factually accurate, the
That's a
suggestion
big
not
red
to file a
flag.
missing persons report will prove to be a serious oversight, and it won't take long before Kim realizes she's been inadvertently coerced into making a grave mistake. For now, though, officers leave the scene, letting Kim carry on her own investigation. For the next few days, she keeps calling Martha and David, but with neither of them answering their phones. Growing increasingly worried, Kim begins gathering information on her own. She learns that David has recently been seen at a place where he worked on and off, so she contacts police once again, urging them to check it out. Following up on Kim's tip, a group of officers are dispatched to investigate. What they hear about David will finally start to give her suspicions some credibility.
How you doing?
Hi.
You guys know David? Probably in his 50s.
What's the girl's name?
Callaghan or something? I think his last Callaghan.
Have you seen Martha or Robin? Martha or Robin?
I don't even know those names.
You don't know who those are?
No, that one's.
You just saw David move in over here?
His girlfriend was in jail or something, but she was. I don't.
But he's in like his 50s?
Yeah.
I think it's not the new guy that went in here. Think what about Dave? Dave, Baldwin kind of guy.
He's older. Yeah, probably.
His name. Hey, what is that dude's name, Dan? Dave. What? That's so cool. The guy that was getting on my nerves the other night.
Yeah, his name's David too. We got a whole bunch of Daves around here. Yeah. We could pull up a picture and see if you guys. Well, I think we're gonna try to find one.
That's not that Dave.
That's not the Dave stays here. Does he come around here?
This guy?
Yeah.
He's been around before. He's done work for him, so.
But he's not the one who lives here.
I ain't seen him today.
When was the last time you saw him?
I just need to get it out of my car.
I ain't been there.
This week? Last week?
Something like that, right?
Cool.
Good 3-4 days.
3-4 days?
Process.
He said he saw him 3-4 days ago, maybe.
According to the workers, they've seen David in recent days, meaning he's still in the area. Now, police just need to locate him and ask him where Martha might be. Despite this lead, officers still sound convinced Martha will eventually turn up on her own and David is just another name in a domestic dispute. Unbeknownst to them, this is giving David exactly what he wants. Time, because as the case stalls, he's keeping a low profile, only leaving Martha's house at
Bro,
night
yeah, these dumbass cops are helping David, bro.
and using the lack of scrutiny to cover his tracks and refine his story. And over the next several weeks, what began as one oversight will snowball into a series of missteps that will cripple the investigation and ultimately pave the way to a discovery far more tragic than anyone imagined. The following week, after repeated calls and pressure from Kim, police finally agreed to conduct another welfare check. This time, however, they make another critical error. They send a new pair of officers unfamiliar with the full context of the case. This is where the mistake of not filing a missing persons report catches up with the police and causes David to slip off the hook again.
Yeah, they didn't add any notes. It just said that they were here. Well, it came in as a missing person.
Okay, that's probably the daughter then.
Yeah, but then it said she checked it.
So they're not even coordinating as a team, bruh. Holy incompetence.
Okay, and there was no report made, so they must have had contact.
That's what I'm contact.
How are you gonna get new cops on the scene and then not even communicate to them the full context of everything?
If it came in as a missing person, they cleared it without a report number. That means they determined where she was at.
Exactly. That's what I was.
Yeah.
After only a few unanswered knocks, officers decide to leave the scene, assuming that, since no missing person report was filed, someone must have already made contact with Martha. This is exactly why dissuading Kim from filing a report had been such a catastrophic blunder. So with no sign of Martha or David, and police convinced nothing is wrong, the investigation quietly stalls.
Oh, yeah, that's true. In the initial encounter with the daughter, the two police officers basically persuaded her not to file a fucking missing persons report. Wow, man.
Days pass with no progress, until eventually, the case goes cold. A week passes, and it seems Martha might never be found, as police have completely written off her disappearance. But then something strange starts to happen. Kim begins receiving response messages from her mother. The texts are brief and unsettling.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's scary. Imagine your mom's been missing for weeks, and then all of a sudden she starts responding in a way that you're not used to her responding. Like, you can instantly tell that's not my mom. Because, like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, people that are really close to you in your life, you know how they communicate. Like, you know how they text, you know how they talk, you know how they write. If my mom was texting me like this, short periods, oh hell no, I would be so sussed out.
Busy. I'm with my friends. I'm fine. It doesn't sound like her mother, and something about the way she's texting feels off to Kim. Growing suspicious, Kim asks police to meet with her again, this time demanding that they break in and check the house, or she'll do it herself.
I'd like to make an official missing persons here. I've talked to so many officers, everybody she knows, her friends, family, none of them has seen her face or talked to her in over a month. So I was sending her messages from her mother's phone, say, this is your daughter. I want to know where you're at. Oh, I'm at the Kingdom Hall in Kent with friends. I said, okay, stay there. I'm coming right now. Oh, I'm not there. You don't know where I am. Well, you just said you were there. Where are you? Oh, I'm eating now. The way she types is completely different. She says she's angry at the family.
But the issue is we were pounding on the door earlier and no one answered. And we didn't have enough to kick the door in and go look for her.
She owns this property. If I need to break in here with you guys here, and if you think she'll press charges on me, that's fine. I want to know what happened to her. She's not going to press charges on me. That's not a problem.
She has...
Yes, dude, yes. W daughter. Press these fucking cops, man. Make them do their job.
Mental illness.
Yes, she does, but she is...
You know if she's taking her meds?
No, I don't know. But I do know that she does not do this kind of thing. The last time her mother talked to her, she was walking through this field over here and told my grandmother, if I come up missing or dead, it is no accident. And she said it to me. This has been said to us several times. And he has told her before, I'm going to get your ass and nobody's ever going to find you.
What's your concern?
That he killed her.
Kim appears confident that she has solved her mother's disappearance, accusing her lover, David, of both murder and impersonation.
So the mom has a history of saying David, aka the killer, was saying on record, saying multiple times, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna make sure nobody finds out how you died or something. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. The daughter knew, bro.
Accusing her lover, David, of both murder and impersonation. While officers still doubt Kim's story, they agree to break into the house, if only to put her mind at ease. But what awaits them inside will leave Kim even more furious with police, making her question whether they are truly on her side.
Police, everybody in here? Outside!
Day 1 in the street. Day 2 in the basis.
You're not going to get another day out of it. Day 3. It's supposed to be a big black dog that might not be friendly.
You can put me back on the call on the phone. We generate a new one for that 31.
Sure. He's good. He didn't meet you already.
Police, everybody in here?
Action, police!
Somebody's been here because the bail's taken in.
Oh, he's been here. The question is what he did to her. Not a single pair of her shoes anywhere around here.
If I were you, I mean, I'm not telling you how to feel, but this will be a relief. You know, she's not here, but it doesn't look like there's any sign of distress or, you know, all of her stuff's not thrown around.
First sign of distress, really, is the fact that there's no Pepsi in that refrigerator.
So that means she hasn't been staying here?
No, she has not been here. I'm telling you, he has done something to her. I know it.
Inside the house, police find no sign of Martha or her belongings, something Kim finds deeply suspicious. Still, the officer reassures her that everything is fine and there are no obvious signs of foul play. However, as police exit the house, an officer makes an offhand remark that reveals what they really think happened to Martha.
Would you have been surprised at all if she's laying dead in there? Or choking up?
Yes, I would have been surprised.
You would have?
Yeah.
Nothing surprises.
That would have surprised me.
Although officers briefly consider the worst-case scenario for Martha, their tone makes it clear they don't really believe it.
So, like, are they joking about it? Like, what's the point of this conversation? Like, would you be surprised if she was dead? Imagine, like, me, I would not be fucking with this at all. I would have already been yelling at these motherfuckers. I'm worried that my mom is dead. I'm worried that the man that she's with killed her. If I see you not with the same urgency as me, I'm raising hell.
Even with Kim insisting that something is wrong, their doubt remains. And when Kim insists on filing a missing person report, something that should have been done weeks ago, officers still seem convinced there is no real cause for alarm.
Well, I need to make an official report.
Yeah, that can happen. That's not a problem. But it's going to be very vague.
All right. I don't know what to think about none of her stuff being in that house. Shoes. She always had shoes all over right there with his, too. All right, this is the report, and I can go get a hard copy. And what do? I mean, just keep, if I hear any more texts.
I mean, it's pretty much pointless unless it's pointless talking to him anymore at this point.
I guess this is what happens. I mean,
Just let us know if you think she's somewhere and we can go check for her, okay?
Okay.
By now, you can hear the hopelessness in Kim's voice. It seems like her investigation has hit a dead end as she watches officers leave once again, advising her to call if new information comes up. But a few hours later, one officer decides to return and speak with the neighbors, hoping to learn where David or Martha might be. It's a small decision, but one that quietly marks the first step in turning things around for police, because one of the neighbors he talks to is unknowingly holding a piece of information about David that will finally confirm Kim's claims.
Finally, one cop wanting to do their job and go investigate. Jesus.
Do you know anything about this house next door?
There's some woman that used to live in there. She asked me a couple of times for some money or some cigarettes. I told her I didn't smoke. All right, what's going on?
Well, someone sent us out here to check on her, and she's not answering the door. Does she have a car or anything, you know?
I don't think so.
Never seen a car?
She was walking the first time I started cutting the grass.
How you doing? You been living in the garage here?
My car living.
Where do you sleep at?
Good.
Do you know who lives here?
Robin Freitag, I think.
When did you see her last?
About 4 weeks ago.
And you haven't seen her in 4 weeks?
No,
Have you seen him over there?
Oh, yeah.
Does he drive a car?
No.
Is he home now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
The neighbor's statement finally confirms what Kim's been suspecting all along. David hasn't disappeared. He's been coming and going from the house while police and Kim struggled to reach him. With that—
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so if you guys caught that, throughout this investigation, they have indeed tried to find David, okay? But they don't know he's the murderer yet. They've been trying to get a hold of him, but so far, nobody has been able to find him. I think the people that they first contacted at that car place, at that broken down car place, everybody said, oh, we don't know a David, we don't know a David, blah, blah, blah. But this guy says he's actually seen David very recently coming and leaving from that same house. That's scary.
He's been coming and going from the house while police and Kim struggled to reach him. With that information, police begin coordinating surveillance around the property, assigning patrol units to quietly monitor the area and wait for the moment David shows up again.
Ooh, they're gonna camp out, yeah, and see if they can catch him coming back.
2 days later, the opportunity finally comes when officers spot a car parked beside the house, the first sign of activity in days. They approach carefully, hoping to finally make contact with Martha and put Kim's fears to rest. However, the person they're about to find is the very suspect they've been unknowingly helping all along.
Hacker Police, just come outside.
Yes, they're gonna catch him,
doing?
bro.
Is Martha here?
She's probably at her boyfriend's house.
What's your name, bud?
David.
David Callahan? All right, come on down here for me. Why do you think she's at her boyfriend's house?
That's where she stays most of the time.
Where's that at?
I don't know. I don't even know who it is, really.
Are you the only one here?
Hi, Lenny. She's here maybe a couple times a week anymore. Actually been split up for a year. She's schizophrenic. She's been on and off her medication I don't know how many times.
This is David Callahan, the man Kim had been desperately trying to warn the police about. According to him, Martha was not at the house, but at her new boyfriend's. But now David is about to surprise the officers, explaining why they shouldn't necessarily take Martha's family's word at face value.
I guess her daughter's fighting again.
604 to computer. Well, that's part of the reason we're out here, because no one in her family's talked to her since July.
I know. She's texted her.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I don't know, probably 5-6 days ago, maybe.
Where was that at?
It was here.
And Martha's not in the house right now.
No, I mean, it's been a month.
Obviously, we're concerned about Martha, like you said, if she's offered her meds and everything.
Right.
We'd like to find her. Right now, she's missing person, so we'd like to.
I didn't know it was all that.
You didn't know it was all that?
Well, missing person because her and the family, they've fallen out numerous times. You know, the family has just gone as far as changing their phone numbers and not giving them to her. They've treated her horribly over the years.
Yeah.
And her not talking to them right now doesn't surprise me.
David claims Kim is not—
Interesting. So basically the killer's trying to pin the family against Martha, saying, oh, they don't have the best relationship. They actually treated Martha bad. So that's why she hasn't been very truthful with them about where she is. And
they've fallen out numerous times. You know, the family has just gone as far as changing their phone numbers and not giving them to her. They've treated her horribly over the years.
Yeah.
And her not talking to them right now doesn't surprise me.
David claims Kim is not a trustworthy person and has never gotten along with Martha. With David tarnishing Kim's character and Kim doing the same to David, the officers weren't sure whose story to believe. But this is when the officer would get a brilliant idea. They knew David had outstanding warrants, something they could use as reasonable grounds to detain him. Their next move would catch David off guard and prove to be the police's smartest decision yet.
Did you get your warrants taken care of?
No, I need to get down there and take care of them. I got a couple missing here ones.
Through Actor? All right, well, we're going to help you out with that today.
ooh. Okay, finally the cops are doing their job. Okay. This same guy that was fucking around earlier in the video, now he's taking it seriously. Okay. Oh, okay, so you have some warrants for other things, right? Let's get that taken care of for you today. Hey, come into the station with us.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. If it's all right with you, we're gonna walk through. We'll let you get some clothes, and then you're gonna go down to court and get these warrants taken care of.
I got a big dog in here.
No problem. Do you get the whole thing?
Yeah, nothing but the thing.
Do you do the returns, or do I do that later?
Adam will do it, or whoever's up.
Okay.
Following his arrest, David is transported to the station and placed in jail, but not for murder. The only thing holding him there are his unrelated warrants. For investigators, this is a temporary win that will quickly turn into a problem. Because despite finally having David in custody, they know their case against him is painfully weak. There's no body, no confession, not even physical evidence proving Martha is dead. Weeks of police inaction and hesitation have left detectives with little more than suspicion, and time is running out. So to make up for it, they decide to hold David as long as legally possible under the existing warrants, hoping they could buy themselves time to rebuild the case and find something concrete. Detectives don't know it yet, but the clue they so desperately need to solve the case won't come from their investigation, but from Martha's own family.
Ooh.
Several days later, while David remains in custody, Martha's family receives a mysterious message. The anonymous note reads, "If he was going to get rid of someone, he would bury them in the backyard." At first, no one knew what to make of it. It could be a cruel prank or maybe a genuine tip.
Yo, what the fuck? Wait, somebody in the family group chat texted that?
Either way, Martha's cousin Angela and a few relatives contact police and ask them to meet at the property. For the first time in the investigation, the police and Martha's family finally join forces.
Who's the caller? You are?
Oh, damn, so the rest of the family finally showed up. Oh, wow, yeah, finally.
What made you come to think it was...
They came and arrested him, I believe it was Thursday. On Friday, they arrested him.
What?
Other charges, contempt, and they're holding him for like 30 days.
Okay.
So they questioned him about this two times, I think. I got a text message. Here, I've been putting these flyers up on all the poles, and I get a text message.
A sergeant and a couple other units coming here.
If he was ever to get rid of someone, we'd bury them across the woods in the very backyard.
I know her role. You came over with her, and what did you do?
Come over to dig because she suspected some stuff going on back there. Yeah. I hope it's not her, but there's something there.
Yeah.
With police now briefed on the situation, officers begin coordinating a search.
Oh, wait, was that the message? So yeah, this like random number just messaged them that if he was gonna bury it, it would be in the backyard.
On the situation, officers begin coordinating a search of the property, focusing on the backyard mentioned in the message, while others canvass the neighborhood, looking for anyone who might have seen something suspicious. As the search gets underway, word of the mysterious message quickly makes its way back to the station. Detectives realize this could be their only real lead and decide to seize the opportunity to question David again. However, David isn't stupid. He's already denied any involvement in Martha's disappearance, and he knows that acting clueless won't convince detectives he has nothing to hide. He also knows that as long as he keeps denying everything and doubles down on blaming Martha's family, there's nothing detectives can pin on him. Clearly, the stakes couldn't be higher on both sides, and if David plays his cards right, he'll walk free.
Hey, sit right here, Dick. So, when was the last time you actually talked to her?
Beginning of last month.
So, I didn't see, she had a restraining order against you? A TPO or a CPO?
Just a temporary one. TPO lasted like 6 months, I think.
Did you get arrested? Because you...
No, here's the thing.
Yeah,
explain she's called the cops on me a half a dozen times. And I've never raised a hand to her. She's never had a scratch on her. Any report you would read will tell you the same thing. She gets mad and I leave. She thinks I'm out humping everything the pulse out there that's female. That's just why she originally got mad at me. She just went argue all the time. And I just felt leaving a day or two at a time would just calm everything down. And it normally did. I mean, we've always worked things out, but I don't understand why she's not back around. I really don't. I mean, we've had problems over the years. Like I said, we've been together since 2002.
Sure.
Everybody has problems.
Yeah, everyone's got problems. That's for damn sure. So then, I guess your theory is, David, she's staying with whoever she's dating, this new person, not at the house. Is that what you're saying?
As expected, David sticks to his story, insisting Martha is with her new boyfriend in Florida, but David knows exactly what he's doing. Realizing detectives have little evidence to work with, he decides to take control of the conversation and tarnish Martha's character, paint her as unstable, and dismiss her disappearance as the result of her own mental state. Detectives can't push back without proof or a body, and every minute they let him talk, he builds a stronger defense for himself, one that might just help him walk free in court.
I believe she's relapsed on, back to smoke crack again. because they found paraphernalia at the house. I mean, tomorrow's her birthday. I tried, I don't know, 3 or 4 times over the last couple of years to get her the 3-day evaluation or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
You know, the police would come out, the paramedics. She'd be standing on this porch, you know, screaming at them, screaming at me. They tell me she don't fit the criteria for the evaluation. Well, what does?
Gotta be homicidal.
So she have to stab me in my sleep or do something, you know, really crazy?
Yeah.
And they say, well, she's an adult, we can't take her medication, so why don't you leave?
That sounds like her and Kim had some problems too.
Absolutely. I mean, they would go months on end without speaking to each other. It was at one point, you know, Robin didn't even have a phone number to talk to her mom and dad or her for periods of time.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely true. I sensed they had some hard times now and then, and it sounded like she communicated with her a lot through her Facebook Messenger.
The mention of Martha's Facebook messages clearly catches David off guard. He's surprised that detectives even know about them, unaware that Kim already accused him of impersonating her mother weeks earlier. But that isn't the only surprise waiting for him.
So that's one detail he didn't account for. There is no way he would have known that the daughter had already brought it up to the investigators, that she speculated this guy was impersonating the mom and texting people. The killer is freaking out right now, like, oh shit, how much do these guys know?
But that isn't the only surprise waiting for him. Detectives have been holding something back, evidence they saved for this exact moment. When David was first arrested, police recovered Martha's phone from inside the house, along with several of her security checks that he'd allegedly withdrawn. So with David already on edge, detectives decide to push their advantage and confront him with what they claim is hard evidence. It's a risky gamble. If they push too hard, David could demand a lawyer and shut down the interview entirely. But if the pressure works, he might finally slip, contradict himself, or even confess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously her family's real worried about her and loves her a lot, and I can see that you love her a lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
well, Dave, I think there's some little piece missing here, bud. That's what I think. And I think you'd feel better if you just told us what it is.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Well, I think there's a little bit more to the story, Dave, you're not giving us.
There's nothing else I can tell you. I mean, I've told you everything I know.
I don't think you told us everything.
Okay, well, I have.
Don't you think you'd feel better if you told us the truth, Dave? I mean, let it go and...
You're not going to be able to celebrate her birthday tomorrow, Dave.
There's some pieces missing to your story, Dave. And as you know, that is your girlfriend, the love of your life, Robin's handwriting. That is September, where you paid the rent, so we can keep up this farce that Robin is still around. Tell us the part about being on her phone, pretending that you're her.
Oh, God.
Ooh, so they're just gonna hit him with it.
Tell us about that.
I don't have her phone.
Where's her phone?
I don't know.
You know where her phone is.
No, I don't.
You put it, we found it where you put it. Why don't you just tell us the truth of what happened? You'll feel better.
You guys share a bedroom?
I don't have.
You guys share a bedroom?
At one time, yeah.
Needless to say, David is starting to visibly get worked up over the accusations. He's defensive, irritated, but still talking. Luckily for detectives, he doesn't seem close to shutting down or asking for a lawyer, but they can tell they've pushed the limit for now. If they press any harder, the interview could end before they get anything useful. So detectives decide to take a break, let David step outside for a smoke, hoping it will calm him down and make him more willing to cooperate when he returns.
In 1 hour, they're gonna find the body.
In the meantime, back at Martha's residence, officers continue coordinating the backyard search and canvassing the neighborhood for anyone who might have seen or heard something useful. That's when a familiar face approaches one of the officers, the same neighbor from days earlier who'd reported seeing David coming and going from the house. This time, he shares a chilling detail about the days following Martha's disappearance.
Had a fire pit back there of some sort.
Right.
But, you know, I didn't even know she was missing until a few days ago.
I mean, had you noticed any activity by anybody back there in the backyard recently?
Just the guy who lived there.
What was he doing?
In the middle of the night, he was burning things. I could smell it. The floor was stench.
Ooh, he was burning things, quote unquote, and he was smelling that unmistakable smell like, is that a fucking body? Like, I feel like everybody who smells a burning body, or just a body in general, it's like your mind just knows what it is. Even if you've never smelt it before, if you're now smelling it for the first time, you just know, oh wow, yeah, there's nothing not suspicious that smells like that.
I thought, that's crazy. It's even trash day, so.
The woman there is the cousin of the woman who's missing.
Okay.
She's been missing about 30 days. Somebody sent her a message saying check the backyard for your cousin.
You're kidding.
According to David's neighbor, every night he could see flames rising from David's backyard, accompanied by a horrendous smell. Acting on this information, officers request firefighters, EMS, and forensic teams to assist at the scene, treating the backyard as a potential crime scene in case human remains are found. And as the teams prepare to begin the search, no one could have expected they were only feet away from confirming the horrific nightmare Kim had feared all along.
Pretty positive it's a body buried under their fire pit. They dug it up. You can see what looks like to be about a knee or an elbow. When you touch it, you can tell it's...
Ooh, chills, dude. They're saying they could see the knee and like an elbow poking out already.
Gentlemen, you tell me.
Well, highly suspicious. Seems like a body part, but we didn't want to dig it out anymore till you guys got here.
Yeah.
I think, all of us would want it dug out a little bit more before you guys can say.
Yeah, let's check. Was it dug out when you guys got here?
That guy.
What made him, did he say what made him start digging?
Yeah, he gave the whole story to the other officer and us. But she got an anonymous text saying if this guy who you guys have arrested recently, that if you wanted to get rid of somebody, he would bury it back here by the fence.
Oh.
So she came back and saw this loose dirt, ash.
And they say
that guy to come over and help.
And they say this gentleman is already arrested.
Yeah, that's what both of those two people are telling.
Right. This is the wife.
Missing person that they think it is. And that guy's arrested was a suspect in this.
Was this her husband? Did they say?
I don't know if they were husband and wife.
Because I know she had a protection order against her.
Okay. He was staying here.
Yeah.
She went missing. He was staying here.
They've been on and off. I've been out here a couple times where she had a protection order, but it goes back and forth because then she invites him back over and stuff like that. So let me go talk to these guys real quick and then we'll let you know what.
Yeah, just let's go.
Following their initial observations of what appear to be human remains, one of the officers steps away from the dig site to speak with the family. Because they arrived without a search warrant, they must explain what's been found so far and request formal consent to continue the excavation. At the same time, Martha's daughter Kim and her husband finally arrive at the scene, anxious. It isn't what they think it is. Though officers avoid making any premature statements.
She's gonna be angry. Rightfully so. I mean, I hope she's kind of angry because all of this was preventable and they could have found the body way earlier. She has been suspicious for a while, bro.
Can already sense the truth. This would be the worst day of her life.
She doesn't know.
Did you find the person?
Well, we don't know yet. Okay, so we're not saying yes and we're not saying no. Okay, we don't know. Okay.
Have you been on scenes like this before? How do you not know?
Well,
I can't wait to know.
Listen. Well, we don't want it. What we're saying is we don't want to contaminate anything.
Ooh, yeah. See, she's getting irritated. She's pissed.
Will I be told as soon as they know whether or not there's a body back there of a person?
Well, they have a whole process they have to go through.
To tell me if they found a person back there?
Yeah.
They would know, wouldn't they?
No, not necessarily. Kenny, look, there's about a piece of this skin that was uncovered. No, I'm just saying a piece of some plastic or something. That's what we saw first.
Hello, honey. Okay, Mama had to leave real quick, okay?
They'll just give you, the confirmation.
I'll be back.
We'll have them.
Can you tell if it's her?
Not now. No. I don't even think they don't even have the person back there that's going to be digging it up yet. Might be a little bit better to talk to somebody like that. Okay.
I don't think I want to talk to anybody. I don't think that I want to right now. It doesn't help to talk to strangers.
I have to ask you. I'm not positive that you're the one I should ask, but...
Yeah, and she tried to talk. Right now, she probably can't. She's overwhelmed and scared. I mean, she knows in the back of her head that's her mom. That's Martha. Who else could it be, She's been the one missing. She tried since the beginning to talk, to keep, and she was trying to find people that would listen to her. Now, she's just had it, bro. She's frustrated. She's scared.
I'm going to ask you, since you say you have power of attorney, if you allow us to go back in the yard, check that out.
Yes, I do.
I have to ask. Okay. So you're giving me consent, and the officers, and we're going to have medical examiner come out as well, okay?
After receiving permission from the family, officers resume the excavation. Inside the shallow fire pit, they find the remains of Martha. Her body is wrapped in bedding, sealed by a plastic bag, burnt, and showing a clear blunt force injury with a rope still tied around her neck.
Ooh, so he didn't do a good job of burning it at all. It seems like he was still in the process of getting it to that super charred, burned state. The body is still very much intact.
Everyone at the scene is shaken by the discovery. After weeks of uncertainty, Martha's disappearance is finally resolved, but the reality offers little comfort. On the other side of town, news of the gruesome discovery quickly travels to the detectives at the station. So with this new information at hand, they bring David back into the room.
Hit him with it. Hit him with the truth.
And cut straight to the point, directly accusing him of murder.
Dave, let me ask you a question. Are you a heartless bastard? A heartless, cold bastard?
Ooh!
No. People who would look at this event and say that you, Dave, are a heartless, no-good bastard who put the love of your life in the ground. And that has to be an evil, bad person who has to go away for every last day of their life. Every last day. So, Dave, are you that person? Or are you the person that has struggled with someone who's, as you said, for 16 years you love her, but she's schizophrenic, and she goes here and she goes there? Because there's no reasonable person, Dave, in the world that wouldn't believe that you harmed Robin. We all know that, three of us sitting in this room. You should just get it off your chest, man.
I've told you everything I know.
You haven't told
Was
us
it the heat of the moment?
Yeah.
Did you plan it out?
Tomorrow is her fucking birthday.
Tomorrow was her birthday, for them to sit there and reflect. The agony they've been going through.
This guy's mad. This guy right here is mad. And that is so sad, though. Tomorrow would have been her birthday in this recording.
For the last month.
Heartlessly killed the woman you love more than anything in the world. It's mind-boggling to think about it.
Something that you said you were going to do.
Yeah, if you said you were going to kill anybody, you'd bury him in the fire pit.
I know we're all kind of rooting for this cop right now. I don't know if this was the best approach, though, because in an investigation, I mean, look how he's shaming him. When you shame the person, they're not going to want to face it. Like, they're really not going to want to come clean in that moment now because they're feeling the shame.
You never told anybody that? Dave, we're not fucking stupid, dude. You think we're gonna make that up? I'm not making anything up. You think I made this up? We know everything. We know the answers to the questions we ask, man. I'm trying to get you to say that you're not an evil, no good bastard, and that there were some extenuating circumstances that you killed the woman you love, pretended that she was alive for over a month. If you look at it, you're like, that has to be a heartless, cold bastard that wrapped this woman up like that and put her in this fire pit. So.
Despite a few half-hearted denials as detectives describe what they believe happened to Martha, David sits in silence, staring blankly as if the weight of his actions has finally hit him. Clearly, the interrogation has reached its breaking point, and David seems on the verge of something. Judging by his earlier denials and the way he now sits, he's either about to ask for a lawyer and end the interview altogether, or finally confess.
You want to see a picture, Dave?
No,
you know what you did.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
You want me to go ahead? I need a cigarette.
Tell us what you're going to tell us, now you can have a cigarette.
I'll give you a cigarette.
You tell us what's going on, Dave, so we know you're not a heartless bastard, and I promise you can smoke all you want, all right?
Not all you want. Not all you want.
Well,
there's a couple reasonable limits.
Get it off your chest, Dave.
Oh, there you go. There he is.
You guys feel a little bit better already, just knowing
He finally cracked.
I didn't mean to do it. I didn't.
It's not a very respectful way for a person to end up.
I know it's not. I got fucking scared, man. I just snapped, man. Just fucking snapped. I didn't mean to do this or I just, man. Love Robin.
You just got scared, that's why you put her in the fire pit?
I dug it out. Half an axe handle or something beside the bed. She had it there for a long time.
after you struck her.
I choked her.
What happened after Robin was dead?
I took her out back and I dug it out. Guys, I'm fucking sorry,
How long
She's just so relentless. Fucking.
How long did this
So
take?
didn't leave me alone, man. She knew I had nowhere to go. She just kept on me. I give her every dollar I have for whatever she wanted. I never had nothing in my pocket, man. Nothing. It's never good enough. I didn't plan on this happening. I tried to work it out so bad with her. I really did, man.
Spur of the moment.
After hours of questioning, David finally breaks and admits to murdering Martha. In a fit of rage, he struck her in the head, strangled her, then carried her outside, burned the body, and buried her in the backyard. As David sits in the interview room, crying and claiming to regret what he did, detectives can't help but think about how easily this could have been prevented, how many warnings were missed, and how many chances they had to save Martha before it was too late.
Yeah, for real. Dude, see, they're showing the daughter again because, yeah, she was the one who raised concern, not even just at the beginning of the video, but I forgot if she mentioned that there was reports way before, like, of Martha saying, oh yeah, he's gonna kill me at some point, like he's gonna kill me soon. They could have actually saved her.
With his confession secured, David is taken into custody, where he's formally charged and set to spend a very long time behind bars.
Hey, just to let you know, They talked to the prosecutor. For right now, you're going to be charged with murder, so abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence.
No, yeah, I mean, I already said kind of mostly what I needed to say. Well, why is he crying so hard too? That pisses me off so bad when these people try to act suddenly, like all of a sudden they feel so bad, and all of a sudden they're behaving like normal humans, crying, oh, I was so scared, I was so scared. You were so scared that you had to kill a schizophrenic woman and bury her and burn her body to try and get away with it. And by the way, he didn't just, oh, boom, you're dead. No, it was like he hit her with what? With a hatchet or something, and then with a rope, like choked her, right? It was like a combination of shit. He wasn't crying for her or for what he did. He was crying because he got caught. The cop was shaming him, or the investigator was shaming him. And then at the end, notice when exactly he cried. He cried when he heard what he was charged with, and he knew if you're charged with murder, you're probably going to spend the rest of your life in prison. That's why he was crying there at the end. Like, in what world are you forced to stay with the woman? Like, sure, you didn't like her, she was a bad partner, whatever. That was what he said, right? Leave. Why kill her? The hell? And I feel so bad for the daughter, man. The daughter, again, from the beginning was trying to get help. They could have found all this out way sooner, but the cops did not believe anybody. Like, the cops were just not taking their job seriously at all. Yeah, rest in peace to Martha, man. That's all. Very sad case. Prayers go out to the family, especially the daughter. I forgot her name, but I mean, she seems like a sweetheart. So that's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching, YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.